There has been a lot of talk about the psychological impact that smartphone use has on things like mental health and anxiety and sleep and focus. But what about the physiological impact, the physical impact that smartphone use can have? That is what I'm going to discuss today. So, the first physiological impact relates to posture. And, posture is so important for the full working physiology of your body. With poor posture, it can then transfer to other problem areas in your body. For example, poor posture can even lead to knee issues or foot issues. So posture is a very important thing. And of course, bad posture can leave you with really chronic back pain as well. So why do smartphones give us bad posture? Well, it's probably quite an obvious one. Very few of us hold our smartphones at face height. Instead, they're down here in our hands and we're bending our necks and we're looking down at them. And as a result, if we are spending, on average in the UK, 4 hours a day, that's 4 hours with our heads tilted forwards rather than looking straight on. So that is obviously going to have an impact on our posture. So if you want to overcome that, then something that you could, be mindful of is where you hold your phone when you look at it. Try and hold it at face height to look at it. It's probably more uncomfortable, which will also help you use it less because you're not using it at a height or a position that's comfortable for you, and that it maintains your posture. So actually you're less likely to spend hours scrolling when you hold your phone up at face height, but it is definitely going to help your posture if you do that. Or of course, reduce your smartphone use so you're not having that bent neck as often as you were before. And of course, make sure you're doing exercises to work against the fact that you're spending so long hunched. You're doing kind of nice back stretches, and that kind of thing is also a good idea. The next physiological impact then is our hands. And many people have reported arthritic issues from scrolling on phones, particularly, I've got my phone here actually, I can use this. So particularly the thumb, the scrolling thumb. A lot of people have suffered RSI, repetitive strain injury, from excessive scrolling. And, our thumbs weren't designed to just be constantly moving and moving and moving, or texting and typing with our thumbs. You can see if we're doing that all the time, that's not what our thumbs were designed to do when humans were evolving. And so it's again important to reduce our smartphone use to avoid those arthritic issues in our thumbs. And of course, you've then got the hooked finger that you use to hold your phone. So holding your hand in this position for long periods of time with the hooked fingers, as opposed to having your fingers stretched out. So the impact on the hands can be quite excessive as well, can be quite impactful if you are doing excessive use of your phone. So again, you want to make sure you're stretching out your hands as much as possible. You're not just keeping that claw-like grip. Your thumbs aren't constantly on the move. You're stretching them. You're giving them rest periods, because just like any part of our body, if we overwork it, it's going to need to rest. And of course, again, another idea is to use your phone less. Now, both of those are the main sort of obvious physiological things that we can think of, but I'm going to kind of bring up one that maybe you haven't thought of, and that is accidents. So I see lots of teenagers typically riding around on their bikes or scooters with phone in hand, and of course people in their car often have the phone in hand. And obviously, even if it's as simple a crash as going into the back of another car, that is going to have a physiological impact. Or if you're coming off your bike because you didn't see something stuck out in the road or anything like that, anything that causes an accident, physiologically is going to have some form of impact. I know it's a bit of a long shot, anything can cause accidents, but actually, 1 in 5 car accidents are caused by distraction. And one of the biggest distraction tools we have right now are smartphones. So they definitely are leading to accident-related injuries. And then the next and final physiological impact our smartphones are having on our bodies is our immune response. So our immune system is very, very complex. I mean, I'm no doctor, so I don't even come close to understanding all the different things that impact our immune system. But I do know that some of the psychological impacts of smartphone use also then really don't help your immune response to disease and bugs and bacteria and everything that's out there. So, for example, sleep. Smartphone use has been shown to negatively impact sleep. And so the less we sleep, the more our immune system is lowered. We need sleep to repair and to keep our immune system going. Also, mental health. Again, smartphones have been shown to negatively impact mental health. And when we are going through periods of poor mental health, then often that will transpire into low immune system as well. So even the psychological impact can have a physiological impact too. Now, I'm not suggesting by any means that you need to throw your phone in the bin. Smartphones are a really useful tool. I'm not a phone hater at all. But I do think it's important to be conscious of these for our digital and physical well-being, to make sure that we're limiting that impact. And one of the easiest ways to limit that impact is by reducing our phone use, not stopping using them by any means, but stopping the mindless scroll, stopping spending hours and hours of our time mindlessly scrolling, hunched over, thumbs going, fingers hooked. Maybe when we first go to bed and then we spend hours losing out on sleep because we're scrolling and all that kind of thing. If we can just reduce that down, then that is going to have a positive impact on us, both psychologically and physiologically as well. And if you would like to reduce your smartphone use, I have a short course that's really quick and easy to follow. It's a short video and a short ebook that will help you understand the impact smartphone use is having, and also give you actionable steps to take to reduce your smartphone use. I will pop the link below in the description so you can take a look at that. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you noticed anything in terms of your own physiology when you've been on your phone for a long period of time? Do you notice anything about your posture or about how your hands feel? Let me know in the comments, and by all means, please do come and subscribe to my channel for more on helping you focus on your digital well-being. Take care. Bye.